This is part 2 of a tutorial for a movie editing program for the iPad called Avid Studio. Let's try something different. Let's say, for example, we would like to add a photo that is going to be a picture-in-picture. What we first have to do is we have to cut out a section of a clip where we want that photo to appear. And to do that, place your playhead here where you want to split this clip, and then all you do is tap the razor, and that is going to split the clip. And let's make another split right about there. And so now we've got that original clip divided into 3 segments, and we're going to drop a photo right here into this center segment of that clip. And so if we go to our photos, and let's pick this photo right here, and now I'm going to drop it. You see I'm dropping it down right on top of that movie clip, and when I release my finger, it gives 3 options: replace use new length, replace keep length, and picture-in-picture. And we're going to pick picture-in-picture. And you see what it's done now. It has placed that photo on top of the clip. And if we play this now, then the photo is going to appear and disappear. Let's, for example, what we want to do is add some transitions so that that photo doesn't just jump in suddenly. Actually, what we need to do now is we need to render this so that all of these transitions are going to work smoothly. And to do that, we are going to hit tap on this button right here, and now it says that it's rendering the montages and titles, and that's what we just created, was a montage. And Avid Studio has to render these in order for you to preview them. And the rendering takes a bit of an effort or a bit of time. This is different from iMovie, which doesn't do this rendering process. Okay, now that that's rendered, if we play that segment, you see the photo of the bird's foot delta fade in and fade out, and then we fade into the other photo, and then we fade into the next clip. Okay, let's look at adding some text. And so now we're going to go to the text browser, and let's say we're going to add a title to the beginning. And what we're going to do now is we're going to we'll just select this one at random, and we're going to drop it on top of this initial clip and hit composite. And so now it's going to allow us to type in. Our keyboard pops up, and we're going to type in a title. And it says, you'll notice the little note here, it says needs rendering, and so we're going to have to render again. And as you start adding more montages and titles, the rendering is going to slow down considerably, unfortunately. And so you're just going to have to wait until that happens. But to preview what you've just added in a montage or a title, you're going to have to stop and render. Okay, so that's finished rendering, and if we hit play, then you see the title fades in and fades out. If we want to If we want to change anything about, we can double tap on it, and we can change the font here. We can also change the color with this selector wheel. Not sure what, actually the color that's there is pretty good. We might make it a little bit bluer. Let's see, and hit done. You can also move the title, and you can also use your use two fingers, and you can rotate the text if you like. You can also actually pinch and zoom and resize the text very quickly here, although it's kind of difficult to control that, and I don't think I've got that back straight yet, but anyway, you get the idea. And again, you're going to have to render if you make any changes like that. Just as in iMovie, you can shoot video with Avid Studio, and to do that, all you do is tap the record button, which is right here, and that opens up your camera, and you can switch here from still images to video, and in the upper right hand corner you can switch from front to back. Okay, so here I've moved into my backyard, and to record, just click on the record button on your iPad, and the red light will start flashing, and I'm panning around and looking at one of my flower beds, and when you finish, tap the record button again and the recording will stop. So here's the video I just shot right here, and I can drag it into the storyboard and drop it in, and there it is. And so now you can see how you can shoot clips with your iPad, and they can be then immediately added into your Avid Studio project. Let's add a montage to the end of the video, just so you see how you might add some of these montages. So there are a number of choices here. This is one that you might want to use, for example, to highlight your research group. And what that's going to do, if we can play through it, it's going to go from through from one photo to all 4 photos that we're going to add to this montage. So let's go to the photo browser and select some photos, and you drag them down and drop them on top of that montage, and you're going to get a choice of where to drop this, and I think let's put that one in number 4 position. Let's see, let's take another interesting one, and we'll drop that one in, and we can put that into maybe the number 1 position. I'm not sure how that's going to look. And let's see, what else? It's another one we could add that to number 3. And let's see, there's another one. Add that in number 2. Okay, and it says need rendering for accurate and smooth preview, so we're going to have to render again. And actually it's going pretty fast. Okay, now that that's rendered, we can play part of our clip that we just shot. I did this in my backyard, obviously, And now it's going to go through those shots of researchers, and that's the end. Next, we want to share the project, but first let's take out that clip that I shot in my backyard, which doesn't really belong in this. And so what you want to do is to look up here in the corner, and here's the share button. We tap on that, and it opens up a window that looks like this, and you see several options. Video file, we can email it, we can post it to Facebook, upload it to YouTube, and there's also an option to send it to Avid Studio. We're going to select the video file, and we have several options here: small, medium, or HD. We want to pick HD, and now it's going to start preparing the video for sharing, and it's writing the movie right now. Okay, so now the video has been created, and it's in the Photos app on the iPad, and just hit OK, and we will go back to our Avid viewer and scroll down through our videos, and here is the video right here at the end of our list, and if we hit play, it's going to play through the entire video. Again, Avid Studio is only $5, and this will get you something that will allow you to edit a really professional looking video. And if you're still watching by this point, you've invested less than an hour and should now be able to use this app without much more training. The more you play around with it, the better you get at it. Don't be afraid to try something. You can always undo it or delete it if you make a mistake. If you already have an iPad, it only makes sense to take advantage of movie editing apps like Avid Studio to create videos to highlight your research.